Assalamualaikum. Now we are reading the book called Night of the Moon. What do I see on the cover? She's as if staring something, right? Oh, what is this? It says a Muslim holiday story. Let's get started. Okay, let's turn the page. Turn one more, and Night of the Moon by Hannah Khan, illustrated by Julie something. Okay, let's turn the page. Let's get started. It was bedtime, and Yasmin waited for her mom to read her a story, as she did every night. But this night was different. Mom came into her room and pulled back the curtains that hang over the window. "Come and take a look at the moon," she said. "What's so special about the moon?" Yasmin wondered. "See for yourself," Mom said. "That tiny little line?" Yasmin asked. I guess they're talking about this one. "That little tiny line?" Yasmin asked as she squeezed into the darkness. "I can hardly see it." "That's because it's the moon's first crescent," Mom said. "It means a new month is beginning." "A new month?" Yasmin asked. "But it's only the 17th. It's a new month in the Islamic calendar, which people use the shape of the moon to keep track of days. They'd watch the moon grow bigger till it was full, then smaller till it disappeared. When the moon reappeared, a new month would begin." "Like tonight?" Yasmin said. "Exactly. And do you know what month is starting tonight?" Mom asked. "The month of Ramadan," Yasmin answered. Yasmin had been looking forward to Ramadan. It was a time filled with delicious foods, new clothes, and laughter parties, and her favorite thing ever, presents. Look at the moon. Okay, let's turn the page. What do you think they're doing? Let's read. At school the next day, Yasmin was proud when her class had a discussion about Ramadan. Her teacher told the class during the month of Ramadan, many Muslim people fast each day. Does anyone know what that means? Yasmin did. "It means you don't eat or drink anything all day long," she shared. "You wake up before sunrise to eat, and you don't have anything else until the sun goes down." Everyone had lots of questions about fasting. They especially wanted to know if kids had to do it. "Little kids don't fast," Yasmin said, "but maybe I'll try it for a day next year." Yasmin imagined a day without lunch or snacks or even a drink of water. Alright. What are they doing? That afternoon, while Yasmin and her little brother Bilal had snacks at home, Yasmin asked her mom if fasting was hard. "It can be hard sometimes, but I don't mind," Mom answered. "Fasting helps me remember to be grateful for the food I have and to be more patient." As the sun slowly started to go down in the sky, Yasmin helped Mom pile a plate high with fresh dates and prepare a pitcher of milk. These were the traditional foods to eat after the fast. Finally, sunset came, and Dad passed around the dates and said a little prayer. Everyone bit into the sweet, chewy fruits together, and the first fast of Ramadan was over. Then it was time for a special dinner with everyone's favorite foods. That weekend, Yasmin's family went to her cousin Humza's house for the first of many Ramadan parties. Her aunt and uncle served a big dinner and beef kebabs, grilled vegetables, and fresh bread. Then there were tons of desserts. Everything from chocolate sponge cake to rice pudding. After dinner, Yasmin peeked out the window at the moon. It looked like it was stuffed with good food, too, since it was now the crescent. Okay, where are they going? Going in? Let's read. The next week, Mom and Dad spent hours in the kitchen cooking up huge pots of food and bring to the mosque. Yasmin and Bilal made cupcakes too. Ramadan is a time for sharing, Dad explained. Not everyone has as much to eat as we do. The mosque was filled with people that weekend, and soon all of the cupcakes were gone. As Yasmin walked outside after evening prayers, she felt good about helping others. She looked up at the moon, which was half full now, like a half-eaten cupcake. Yeah. So they're going to mosque, right? Yeah. Let's read more. The day of Ramadan quickly flew by. Every night Yasmin looked for the moon. Every night when Grandma was visiting, one night when Grandma was visiting, she and Yasmin went for a walk after dinner. Together they saw the moon was a brilliant circle. It's so pretty, said Yasmin, wishing she could see it closer. Subhanallah, said Grandma. That was what Grandma said whenever she saw something wonderful. It was her way of being thankful for beautiful things. The full moon meant that Ramadan was already half over. Yasmin couldn't believe it. Oh, look at that. What are they doing here? Interesting. The next weekend, it was time for Yasmin's family to have a Ramadan party. Lots of friends and family came over in the evening for a big backyard barbecue. Dad set up a trampoline in the yard, and Yasmin, Bilal, and Hamza took turns leaping toward the stars, pretending they were on the moon. Meanwhile, a real half moon shone in the sky. Let's turn the page. Over the next week, Yasmin watched as the moon slowly changed to a crescent and then to a thin line. The month of Ramadan was coming to an end. Finally, one night, the sky was moonless. As hard as she looked into the blackness outside the window, Yasmin couldn't find the moon at all. There's no more moon, Yasmin announced to her family. Yasmin couldn't wait for tomorrow when the moon's first crescent would appear for a very special night, the night of the moon. The night of the moon meant that Ramadan was over and the following day would be the holiday of Eid. Oh, look at that! A lot of balloons and a lot of candies. When the sun set the next evening, Yasmin's family went to the community center for a night of the moon celebration. Decorated with the lights and shiny balloons, the place looked magical. There were lots of stalls where people sold clothes, jewelry, toys, snacks, and gifts from different countries. Yasmin bought some green metal bangles from India that jingled on her wrist. Bilal got a red hat with a big tassel that came from Turkey. And Mom picked out new clothes for the family to wear on Eid, including a pretty green dress for Yasmin. Okay. What is it on your hand? Later that night, Yasmin had her hands painted with henna paste in a beautiful pattern with moons and stars. The paste left a dark orange dye on her palms that would last for about a week and then fade away. Yasmin was excited to show her friends at school. So, when the family got home that night, Yasmin caught a glimpse of the moon's first crescent. So thin it was, like a faint line of chalk in the sky. The next morning, Yasmin woke up to the sound of Bilal shouting, "Eid Mubarak!" This was the traditional greeting of Eid, a very happy day for Muslims all over the world. After a big breakfast together, Yasmin and her family dressed up in their new clothes and went to the mosque for Eid prayers. Everyone gathered on the lawn to wish each other a happy holiday and exchanged 3 hugs of Eid. Are they hugging? Then Yasmin's family visited friends and relatives for the rest of the day. Everywhere they went, Yasmin and Bilal received little gifts of money called Eid. Oh wow! What is it? For Yasmin, though, the best part of the holiday, better than the henna, the new dress, and all the Eid money she collected, was the surprise she got at bedtime. Mom and Dad called her into the family room and handed her a big box wrapped in shiny silver paper. "It's an Eid present, Yasmin," Mom said, smiling, "to help you watch for Ramadan to come again next year." Yasmin tore the paper off the box. It was a huge telescope. She stayed up late with Dad, putting it together and setting it up in her bedroom. Then she took a look at the sky from the window, and this is what she saw. "Subhanallah," Yasmin whispered as she looked at the wonderful moon. She couldn't wait for Ramadan next year. And the end. Hope you enjoyed. Assalamualaikum.